In a city unlike any other, where garbage piled high like abstract art and the smell of yesterday's leftovers danced through the air, lived our unlikely hero, the Trash Man. Now don't let the name fool you. He wasn't just any guy who dealt with garbage. He had the extraordinary ability to control and manipulate trash, turning it into whatever he needed. The citizens had grown accustomed to their peculiar paradise. Kids would surf down mountains of empty soda cans, and creative types would host art exhibitions in abandoned refrigerator galleries. Trashman kept everything in a delicate balance, ensuring the waste never became dangerous while allowing the city to embrace its unique charm. But then came the day when everything changed. A figure emerged from the shadows, dressed in pristine white, wielding a giant vacuum cleaner like a weapon of mass destruction. He called himself Clean Man, and his mission was simple: to sterilize every corner of this filthy excuse for a city. At first, people thought Clean Man was a blessing. Who wouldn't want cleaner streets? But they didn't understand the true cost. With each sweep of his mighty vacuum, he wasn't just removing trash. He was erasing the city's character, its history, the very essence of what made it special. The first confrontation happened downtown. Trash Man summoned a wave of recyclables to shield a beloved trash sculpture garden, while Clean Man countered with his arsenal of industrial-strength sanitizers. The battle raged for hours, garbage tornadoes clashing against walls of antiseptic mist. As days turned into weeks, their struggle intensified. Clean Man's powers grew stronger, fueled by the city council's support and citizens' initial desire for change. Trash Man found himself retreating, watching helplessly as neighborhood after neighborhood was stripped of its trashy charm, transformed into sterile, soulless spaces. But just when it seemed all hope was lost, Trash Man discovered something peculiar. In Clean Man's wake, he noticed something sinister growing beneath the spotless surfaces, something that made him question where all that cleaned-up trash was really going. Standing on a mountain of compressed garbage at the city's edge, Trash Man holds a mysterious document he found in one of Clean Man's discarded sanitizer bottles. His eyes widen as he reads, and suddenly, the true nature of Clean Man's master plan begins to unfold. But that's a story for another day. To this day, people still wonder, in a world obsessed with perfection, is there beauty to be found in our mess? And more importantly, where did all that trash really go? The secret of Clean Man. The words on the front chilled him more than winter in a dumpster. Operation Total Cleanse, Clean Man's master plan. He opened it slowly, one grimy hand on the corner, trying not to smudge its shining surface, though a part of him wanted to smear it out of spite. Inside were charts, city schematics, algorithmic behavior models, and beneath them, targets. Names, neighborhoods. Then came the outline. Phase 1, he read aloud, street-level sanitation. Eliminate surface trash, graffiti, urban decay. He flipped the page. Phase 2, community purification. Re-educate the unclean, quarantine the resistant. He paused. Then came Phase 3. His brow furrowed. Genetic refinement, he read quietly. There was a small Polaroid clipped to the corner of the page. He turned it over. It was a picture of him, Trash Man, hunched beside a burning barrel, banana peel dangling from his shoulder like a cape. Scrawled across the photo, class of biohazard. His mouth went dry. Clean Man hadn't just wanted to wipe down the city. He wanted to erase a kind of person. Anyone who thrived in chaos, who adapted to mess. Anyone who didn't fear filth. At the back of the folder, Trash Man saw a symbol, a triangle surrounding a golden sponge. His fingers twitched. The League of Sterility. He hadn't heard that name in years. A secret order, ultra-clean radicals. Thought long gone, but clearly they were back. And this time they had a soldier. Taped to the final page was a sleek white capsule, labeled in delicate font. The purifier, he turned it over. A barcode, .satellite uplink codes. Launch schedule. The date made his stomach sink. Tomorrow. He stared at the folder in silence. The alley was still, too still. The kind of stillness that comes after something terrible has already begun. He muttered to himself, he's not scrubbing the city. He's scrubbing identity. Trash Man tossed the folder into a nearby bin, doused it in used fry oil, and lit it with a match he'd kept tucked behind his ear. It went up with a satisfying whoosh, the flames dancing in his eyes. He pulled on his gloves, adjusted the dented lid strapped to his arm, and started walking. Time to take out the trash, he growled, starting at the top. And high above, far beyond the clouds, something orbiting blinked to life, cold, clean, and watching. The war wasn't over, it was just getting sanitized. The launch site was buried in the hills outside the city, hidden beneath a gleaming glass dome that shimmered like a dewdrop at dawn. It looked out of place among the burnt-out trees and old dumping grounds, like a pearl in a puddle of motor oil. Trashman crouched low behind a ridge of rusted washing machines and twisted rebar. He stared through a cracked binocular lens. Inside, Clean Man stood at the center of a metallic platform, arms outstretched, bathed in cold blue light. He was preparing to activate the purifier. Around him, members of the League of Sterility moved like antiseptic priests. Pale uniforms, no faces, only masks. Machines hummed. Countdown lights blinked. 43 seconds left, Trashman spat into the dirt. Time for a little mess. He descended the hill like a landslide, hurling bags of rotting food and leaking cans as cover. The first wave of sterile guards slipped in his sludge. One skidded into an industrial disinfectant bath, screaming like the pure pain of bleach in an open wound. He crashed through the outer doors, swinging a pipe wrapped in duct tape and moldy rags. Sirens wailed, lights flickered. Then he was in. Clean Man turned, expression unreadable behind his spotless jaw and perfect hair. "You should not be here," he said coldly. "The city has no place for filth anymore." Trashman laughed, dark and gritty. "You mistake life for infection." Clean Man's gloves whirred as he activated twin sanitizing gauntlets. A mist of ozone hissed from their vents. "Let's clean this up," he whispered. They collided in a roar of grime and steam. Lid versus mop, oil versus polish. Sparks flew as Trashman ducked under a foaming strike, rolled through a puddle of floor wax and landed a swing to Clean Man's ribs. It clanged like hitting a vending machine full of hand sanitizer. Clean Man retaliated with a burst of sterilizing light that scorched Trashman's sleeve clean off, and the skin beneath it blistered. They fought like opposing truths, chaos and control, rolling through the clean room until they reached the launch core. There, the capsule hovered, humming, the purifier drone inside ticking toward activation. 29 seconds left. Trashman yanked the banana peel from his shoulder. "One last slip," he muttered. He flung it across the floor. Clean Man, striding forward, stepped on it. His foot flew. He crashed into the purifier's console, slamming the abort switch with his skull. The entire launch bay plunged into silence. Red lights blinked. Aborted Clean Man groaned. His mask cracked. For the first time, Trashman saw his face. It was human. "You were one of us," Trashman whispered. "Before they cleaned you." Clean Man blinked, eyes darting. I remembered noise, laughter. "Dirt under my nails." Trashman reached down, offering a hand. Hesitant, dirty. "You can't clean away who you are." Clean Man took it. Together they walked out of the dome as the League scrambled behind them. The city skyline burned in the distance, but in a way that felt alive, not doomed. Trashman looked up at the stars. Somewhere above, the purifier satellite floated, powerless. "Guess we all need a little trash to feel real," he muttered. Clean Man smiled faintly, and a little clean to see the good in it. They vanished into the rising smog, heroes of a city that had forgotten what balance looked like. The war was over, but the city would always be dirty enough for one more fight.